All right, welcome to Tran Cam.
Hello. What is up, everyone?
What's up? We got a special episode for you guys today. This is our first episode with a special guest. We have another cousin of mine, Nicholas's sister, Alexis.
Hi, guys.
Coming to the stage, Alexis.
Hey.
What's up? Did you like how I just announced you like a stripper?
Oh, is that what that was? I was
Get
wondering
your ones
what
ready.
the stage was.
It's my sister.
I thought you were just like taking it from the comedic scene.
Oh, never. No, there's nothing comedic about me. I'm a huge failure.
Oh.
No.
Speaking of comedy, you've been out to the Secret Group in some of my shows of mine.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, my comic friends won't stop talking about you.
I didn't realize that. It was
Her
fun
specifically?
going though.
Either her or sister. They all look the same to me. I don't remember. But yeah, welcome to the show. Another Tran for the show.
Happy to have you.
Good to be here.
Yeah, it's really nice to be here.
Oh, I just answered for you. I just realized.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, what's up, man? How's your week, Nick? I'll ask Nick first since he's my favorite.
Nice. It's been good. Trying to do some fancy eating once more. Doing sushi night again. I go to a place called H Mart in downtown Bel Air for my fish. You know, sushi grade fish.
Oh yeah, Bel Air's like Chinatown for Houston, right?
Yes, sir. And they're so clean over there. They actually, and you can go to Walmart or H-E-B. They don't do this for you. You
Yeah.
go inside and they sanitize your hands and give you gloves.
It's the fresh fish of Bel Air. Some people go
You're
there.
not wrong.
Pretty good.
But that's a pretty good singer. You're right. You go inside and they're like sanitizing carts down, and then you just show them your hands, and they use the same spray. They're like really cost effective over there. They use the same spray for your hands.
Wow.
And you just wipe it together, and you know you're on the same status as that cart. You just move along.
I wonder what else they use it for. They probably use it as like mouthwash and stuff.
Yeah. Dude, we ran out of conditioner again. Put a few strokes in our hair, a few little spritzes.
Yeah, those cheap bastards. I bet they use it for everything. They're using it as holy water.
Oh no! Like that church.
Yeah, they're using it as mace. Everything.
I mean,
Spray it right between the eyes.
I don't even know what was in there. That's the like worst part. Like they could be spraying me with water, and I'd be like, "Oh, thank God this place is sanitary."
Yeah, I mean,
But-
they're spraying you with coronavirus. Probably.
Oh no, this is how it spreads.
Yeah.
it's a
Yeah.
secret agenda.
Some of the hand sanitizer at like the public option hand sanitizer. Some of
Yeah.
it is gross.
Like the smell or something. Like it's just not the same as Germex or like the
Yeah.
Gucci top
Because
brand
places have
hand
been making
sanitizers.
their own hand sanitizer.
Oh
It's all
yeah,
homemade,
yeah.
you're
No,
right.
there's an alcohol company, or what was it? It was a liquor, like a tequila company that was making their own, like hand sanitizer, which makes sense because that's the part of the ingredients. But like, you smell it and it smells like you're just pouring liquor onto your hand.
Yeah,
It's
because
a
that's
tequila hand sanitizer.
yeah. I went to a restaurant. I went to Nico's, and then I used their hand sanitizer, and it smelled like shit. And then like the guy could tell from my face, the worker, and he was like, "Yeah, does it smell like tequila?" I'm like, "Yeah." He goes, "Yeah, it's tequila." It's like, okay, but it's pretty
Smells
gross.
like Cuervo Silver right there.
Yeah,
we
it's
didn't
pretty
even fill it
gross.
up with anything.
I would rather just be dirty than to smell
Smell
dirty.
like tequila.
You'd rather contract a virus than smell like shit.
Yeah, it's distracting. It's gross.
But that's my week. You know, made the sushi, came out really good.
I got a little
How about
offended. Did they ever double squirt you?
No, they just single squirted each palm, and I was like, you know,
Yeah.
blessed for that. Happy.
When HEB was disinfecting people, that's like the big grocery chain down here. When they were giving out hand sanitizer, one time they gave me a double pump,
Oh,
and everybody else
no.
got one pump. And I was like, I need to speak to the manager. Well, you think I'm twice as dirty as everybody here? 'Cause I made the manager give me a hug,
That's fucked.
and I told him I would complain to corporate if he didn't French kiss me.
And he did.
Yeah.
Thank God. It's
HEB.
like the lawsuit or this, I gotta just, you know, take one for the team.
Maybe
Yeah,
he just
HEB
really,
cares.
Maybe he just really liked you.
And double pump me? Oh,
Oh.
like they wanted to doubly make sure that I didn't get sick?
Yeah.
Maybe.
Preference.
It's kindness. HEB has kindness in their hearts.
But that's like saying, like, you know how colored people get followed around in retail stores?
Yeah.
Because they think you're stealing. It's like, hey, maybe they just like you. Maybe,
no.
maybe they just can't take their eyes
like,
off you, and then they
actually-
detain you because they love your company so much.
Following you
Yeah.
is so different from like sanitizing you, right?
Yeah,
Like,
One's
following
a little bit more aggressive.
Yeah, following you
And the
doesn't
other's
have
following.
the implication of you're sick and dirty. Yeah, I'd rather just be called a thief than a fucking pandemic carrying chink.
Oh, no.
Hey, chink, you owe me a cold cup.
No.
Anyway, so yeah, that's interesting, man.
Did that happen this week? Like you got double pumped this week?
No, I got double pumped at the beginning of the pandemic. Now they
Oh, when everyone was paranoid? Now everyone gets double pumped, right?
Double pumped just sounds like an innuendo at this point.
Yeah, I got double penetrated to pick up some cilantro at HEB.
And everyone else just got penetrated once.
So they really liked you.
Why does this lube smell like tequila? Yeah, I don't know. That's interesting. I mean, like, you would think HMO would have their shit together, right? They probably, got instructions straight from Wuhan.
Yeah.
I can imagine.
Kill the people and don't tell the rest of the people.
Yeah, there's a pile of bodies in the freezer.
Oh no.
Anyways, how about you, Alexis? How have you been?
I've been good. I just came here, traveled back to Houston in order to vote. It's that time of the year again. So we ended up going to the polling site, obviously, to go vote. Funny enough, all the poll workers were super old. They're usually the ones who partake, but it was interesting because none of them had a mask. But on the sign, the sign on the door said you had to have a mask to enter. So I don't know who we were protecting because they were definitely not wearing a mask, and it was just so surprising. But on the ballot, we ended up, I ended up going through everybody because ours didn't have the option to pick all the parties or not. And I noticed some of the people there only, or the positions there only had one party available. And
Right.
I was asking other people, and they said that they had two parties available for every position. So I'm just curious, has that happened to
Oh, you were
anybody?
asking other voters what their ballot looked like? It's like that's the only time an Asian cheats is whenever it's part of the democratic process.
Oh no. What'd you pick for
No
me?
cheating. I was just trying to compare processes because what was happening there? I don't know. And so far I've gotten the consensus that in other cities there have always been a Republican and a Democratic, I guess, nominee or candidate for every position. So I don't know. That was just food for thought.
Are you comfortable saying what was omitted or what was left on the ballot?
Sure. I mean, all I saw was Republican.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I was just whoa, interesting, very interesting. And then, if I notice that, is there even anything I can do?
Probably not.
Right?
Yeah.
Just watch our democracy fall. That's all we can do. Stand by.
Yeah, that's the thing about voter suppression is what am I supposed to do? I already voted.
This is the most
Yeah.
I could ever do.
That's why I'm waiting until the last moment to vote. I don't want to be suppressed. Shit. I might wait another 4 years. Who knows?
Oh no.
Nah, I'll vote. I haven't voted
Nice.
because there's too many voters. It's the line's too long. I'm like, I'll catch the next one. It's like watching a movie. It's like, this is too full. I'll just I'll get this one on DVD.
Oh, no.
That was my my trip so far. How have you been, Vic?
I've been all right, man. I've been struggling with the fact that I think I'm the dumbest person in our family.
Oh no. Why do you say that?
I'm just thinking of all of our cousins and how they all make money, and I don't. And
Oh no. Dude, I feel like intelligence is not just measured through book smarts and stuff. People can be street smart. There's
oh yeah, I
there
don't think I'm
multiple
that
levels.
either. I think I'm just dumb.
Oh no. No level that's a little higher than usual for you. None. Comedy, you gotta like. I feel like the comedy level of intelligence really high up there for you.
I mean,
You don't feel the same?
Okay, yeah, well, I guess I'll take that.
Okay.
I have the highest proficiency in comedy. Whoop-de-doo.
I don't know. I think comedy takes a lot. It takes a lot to be good at it. You have to have both analytical skills and then you have to come up with something. So you're like breaking down the world, and then you end up making it funny. So you have to put a lot of like rhetorical devices together to do that.
Yeah, I didn't understand anything you said.
Oh my God, you're so smart. It's unconscious.
You have all the skills there. You're just too dumb to use them.
Oh man, I think I'm the dumbest. Like I have a ranking in my head, and
Give me the ranking. I'm so curious.
Let's see. I mean, well, I'm competing against a high level of people. Like my white friends, they don't have to compete against this. Like I got the varsity squad as cousins.
Oh no.
I mean, I'm competing at like a 5A level, and then it's like what our cousins are like lawyers or like they're in med school.
Every single, yeah, I know.
Yeah, and then like proficient in business is like, God damn, what? Like, I'm not doing anything. My podcast isn't even good.
Wait.
No.
But I mean, could we break it down to like maybe it's generational if you think about it. All the people you're talking about are cousins who are all a lot older than us. And then our generation kind of like our generations like as we've seen it have been kind of fucked. Like everyone our age has been kind of not as conventionally successful.
Oh, okay.
So the boomers made the millennials dumb? Is that like what we're going for here?
Not exactly. It was not that
the
they
millennials
made us,
the
but like
millennials dumb?
honestly, our generation with the economy that we are in and have been in has not been very good for both like our education and then the job opportunities afterwards. So we're
right.
just
I agree
here
with that.
graduating from schools, where where we owe a lot of money, but we have no job to go to afterwards.
Yeah. Well, I don't know. I agree that the economy is in shambles, but it didn't ruin my GPA. I did that. Like my GPA is not below a 3.0 because of the country's GDP. You're confusing my GPA with the GDP.
Hey, is that good whenever on my report card?
Because I got debt. No. Okay. Well then we'll flip the question then. If I'm not the dumbest, who's the dumbest?
Oh, even better question.
Dude.
See, now the safe answer is to say me. For you guys. So I've
not
absolved
wrong.
myself. I've said I'm the dumbest. You guys said I'm not the dumbest. So who's the dumbest?
Oh man. Well, hey, I guess you're right. You're not dumb at everything. At least you know where you are.
Come on, guys. Just drop a name. You can whisper it. Whisper it into the mic. Who's the dumbest?
Dude, maybe your dad. Is that fucked?
My dad's brilliant. You guys have no fucking idea how
Holy
genius
shit,
my
I'm
dad
so
is.
sorry. Vic's dad. I didn't mean any disrespect.
My dad, he always tells. What's funny about my dad is he the best thing that ever happened to my dad is that he has an accent.
Oh,
That's
okay.
that's the best thing that's happened to my dad because he gets to blame everything on his accent. Like any personal deficiency, it's because like, oh, it's because of my accent. So it kind of worked out for him.
Hey, good for him.
Yeah. But what's funny about my dad is like he blames everything on his accent, but whenever you talk to him, it's like he's like, man, if I just grew up in America and I could speak English better and I had access to better schooling, I could have been a cop. I'm like, what? That's the pinnacle of what you could have been. He's like, no, I could have been an undercover cop.
One of the narc boys.
or a civil engineer. Right.
I love that's his peak.
I mean, maybe he's got a thing for justice.
My dad is a quintessential blue collar guy, and that's why I love my dad. He's like, you don't get any more blue collar than my dad, and he's a genius when it comes to like, handy shit. Like he'll figure shit out and then make you look stupid. But also because I am stupid.
Wait, I want to go back to that. So your dad, if he thinks like if anyone has an accent, they're like not fit to be a cop. So if he's ever pulled over and someone like with a worse accent than him, like license and ID, he's like, yeah, okay.
He just rolls his window like you fucking fob cop.
This asshole. I should be stopping you. I love that.
What, you fucking Korean pig? I'm fucking out of here.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah. It's crazy, man. A lot of Vietnamese people are like, a lot of Asian people are very pro police.
Dude, and I don't get it because they're one of the larger, numbers being harassed by police.
Are they?
I feel so, yeah.
I mean,
my feeling is just like, if you're not white, then
yeah.
maybe you're being harassed.
Well, more so than white people, probably.
More so, yeah, as a comparison thing.
You know why I think
definitely.
so many Asian people are pro-police? It's because Jackie Chan made all those super cop movies.
Oh, my God. Wait,
He's made so many cop movies. Yeah, Rush Hour. That's like the most successful like action comedy franchise of all time.
Yeah.
I think that's why Asian people are so pro-cop.
But then, black people.
I mean,
okay, fair point.
he was a Chinese cop, right? Jackie Chan in the Rush Hour movies, he was a Chinese cop.
Yeah.
Well,
Like,
he's
from
China. Jackie Chan is Chinese in all his movies.
Yes, no, but he was specifically a Chinese cop. Like he worked
From
for the
China,
Chinese,
yeah.
China country.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's interesting. Maybe that's China trying to get to the American people, like how they're very pro police state too, because it's
CCP and all that. Well, Jackie Chan has to play a figure like a cop because it's like, okay, we need our main character to have an excuse to beat the shit out of everybody, right? It's like, is he going to play a superhero? No, he's not white. So it's like, all right, we'll make him a cop.
He has the diplomatic immunity and everything.
Yeah.
It's the perfect excuse.
Yeah. Like if he was just a regular guy beating the shit out of everybody, then it would be a movie about a colored guy getting beat up by the cops.
That's true.
Yeah.
And that'd just be life. That's no movie. You could go outside and watch that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. What were we talking about again? Oh, me being dumb?
And your dad wanting to be a cop. Yeah.
Oh, yeah. I don't even... my dad, he's just a classic blue-collar guy.
Yeah.
Goes to work, comes home, smokes a cigarette, winds down. I feel like, I think blue collar, I feel like there's an undertone of like violence, right?
A slight bit, at least a little bit of tension.
I just like to come home with my family and wind down on my family.
Oh, no.
I wind down at home and wind up on my wife. My dad, that's not my dad. I'm just saying that can apply.
I was so worried.
Yeah, that can apply to a lot of other
my
people.
My uncle is not who I thought he was.
He doesn't have a country accent.
Yeah, he does. It's his country's accent. Our country's accent. Don't you ever forget where you came from, Alexis.
But yeah, you being the dumbest. You sure there's like, you don't feel smarter than any single person in our family? None?
Yeah, no, I know you think you're smarter than someone in this family.
Who
Who
at
would
least
it be?
comes next to you? Who almost got dumbest, but you took like their place? Can you give a name?
I think I'm dumber than everybody, but I think I could trick them all too. I think I could trick them.
Because they think you're dumb and like therefore trustworthy, or where does the you have wit but not intelligence kind of thing?
Maybe, yeah. I just feel like that's how I measure how smart people are. Is like, can I lie to them? And then if the answer is yes, then I think they're dumb, and if it's no, then I think they're smart. I think there's a
Wow.
cut. Like, I don't think I could lie. I don't think I could. I got names. I got names in
Oh.
my head.
Yeah.
You know. But
Who would
hey,
catch you in a
a
lie? Who's the
liar
very
never
first
tells.
person?
A liar never tells.
Okay.
So I'm not gonna dox him because
That's
maybe
fair.
we'll have him on the podcast.
Oh.
I want to talk to every cousin, and I want to ask him who they think the dumbest is. Okay.
Yeah.
So-
I'm down for that.
So, well, Alexis, you're the first. Who?
Who do I think is the dumbest?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, really, we're going by like.
You can say whoever, and you could use whatever metric you want.
I know, but that's what's so hard. Intelligence and being smarter is just such a vague way of defining intelligence.
Like
So
the overall quotient. You add
Yeah, but
everything up
even-
and you average it. Who's the dumbest?
the overall quotient. Like, what is included in that? Then
All
you
right,
have
you
to
know what?
define
I'm
it.
changing my answer to Alexis. I think Alexis is the dumbest. that settles that.
When I think about it too, I'm thinking like, yeah, maybe it is me.
Oh no.
Like, I never, trying to bring up the rankings, bring up the names, and you're just like, I get how you went through this process.
Oh yeah. I don't know how it came up.
Can I flip the question and ask who the smartest person you think in our family is? Would it also be your dad?
No. I mean, I don't think he would take offense to that. I don't
No.
think. Yeah, I think my dad's super smart, but I don't think he's the smartest. I think the smartest person in the family would maybe be like on Matthew, since he's like, I don't know. He was telling me about the shit he was doing in med school and like these surgeries and shit with robot arms. It's like,
Yeah.
dude, what the fuck? This is sci-fi shit. Yeah, and then at the same time, the dude's rolling every weekend.
Oh my god, yeah.
So it's like, I guess he's the smartest.
This is me like not sober.
Yeah.
This is crazy.
I don't like the cousins who are smart and pretty funny.
You don't?
No, because it's like, dude, come on, give me a
Save some for
chance.
me. Yeah.
Give me a chance.
I get that.
I feel like you fall in that category.
Oh, thanks.
Maybe on Junior. Yeah.
Just those two people. What the fuck? And not Alexis. Yeah.
No, I already established that she's the dumbest.
Yeah, no, you're right. You know your place, Alexis.
Yeah, don't try to make me feel bad here. All right? You're too dumb to make me feel bad.
So you're just gonna make me feel bad?
Yes, that's why you're on the podcast.
Oh my god!
You think it's a
You know
feel-good
what,
podcast?
I said I appreciated the opportunity earlier, but
I don't know. But what kind of dumb shit do you like to do, Alexis? This is our segue into our topics.
Yeah, what's up?
a couple of hobbies you'd be asking about.
Yeah.
I enjoy photography. I mean, you guys know that. I just recently took a couple of photos of you guys.
Yeah.
We were just doing some colored lighting photos where y'all looked at each other with loving affection in your eyes so we could make a cover for this podcast.
He is the smartest. He's one of the smarter ones.
I'm not ashamed. I love my cousin.
Oh, thanks.
One of them.
Yeah.
No, they were great photos, Alexis. Yeah, you know.
They really were, yeah.
No bullshit. Like, you're very talented.
This is your photographer's credit and how we're paying you. You get to be on the podcast.
Look how uncomfortable she is because I compliment her. Like, I was literally calling her dumb, and it was like, and now I'm complimenting her. It's like, it's like classic Asian.
Modesty, I
It's
guess.
been beaten
Modesty,
into
yeah.
me.
Right.
You don't that's just the way Asian parents
Who beat it
tell their
into? His
kids
father?
to be.
Yeah.
Yeah, like, hey, they make fun of you, and then someone compliments you, and then they're like, nah, they're not that great.
Yeah. Also, there's
No,
an
I
air of
get that.
competitiveness, like ever since we were young. So me and Alexis were 8 days apart in age.
Very
Oh,
close.
yeah.
Yeah, we
Pretty
were-
much twins.
Oh my
yeah.
god, our names were supposed to be very similar too.
Yeah, they were. But I was named after my Filipino side. Victor after Vicenta, who is my great grandma. But this is how competitive Asian families are. Is I was supposed to be born 2 weeks after Alexis, but for some reason I was born a week before with a cleft lip. So So like I wasn't even fully developed, and we're like, we got to get this motherfucker out right now.
I'm winning this
Any means
race.
possible.
Yeah. They didn't even let me finish developing.
And
If
I
you
mean,
could
I
go back and you
apparently
could do it again.
So now I got a split lip and ADHD, but hey, at least I won the foot race, right? the rabbit in the hare, I guess.
You know, actually, our names were supposed to be very similar. Yours is Victor. They wanted to name me Victoria, but again,
God.
Again,
Can you imagine that? Can you
exactly.
imagine?
That at
Again,
all.
the competitiveness came in, and like you took the name Victor, and they were like, no, can't be anything near that. And then they went with the A's, and they were like, it's gonna be Alexis.
That would have been hilarious if I was named after my great grandma and you were just named after me.
Thank God they changed it.
This is Vicente and Victor.
Yeah, you're named after the dumbest person in the family.
You keep switching it. Which one is it?
It's you. Okay. But yeah, you're really talented at photography. How long have you been taking pictures?
It's been a couple of years now. Maybe like since 2017.
For all the photography buffs, do you want to list like your equipment that you have?
Sure. I have a Canon 6D. I don't really have like extensive equipment. I just know that when I bought it, it was very like one of the newer cameras at the moment, and I have, just honestly just 2 lenses. They're really for fun and for a hobby. I used to have aspirations of doing something a little bit more professional, but now I just like doing it. That's why I didn't charge y'all, but I mean, y'all paid me and y'all asked me to be on this podcast. I'm not going to say no to that.
Ya?
Yeah.
I really only paid you to hurry up and get those pictures back.
That's why you only got one.
but they were great. And you have a way to connect with people, because I hate taking pictures.
Mm-hmm.
I hate it. I have a face made for radio and a voice made for video, so I don't like taking pictures. But you get people very comfortable.
Oh, I'm glad. I try,
Mm-hmm.
but it's a very like personal thing when you're telling them to look at your camera and you're like looking at them and you're looking at all the details, and I'm sure anyone on the other side of that's going to feel very uncomfortable. I know I would, and I do feel that way. So
Yeah.
it's kind of nice that you're a little bit, I can help y'all be comfortable, because it's always better to like get something candid, and to capture that is the best, because then when you see it on camera, like you see how like I or anyone else sees it, and hopefully that's the boost to your esteem or whatever.
Oh yeah, man, you made me tear up a little bit. Yeah, you have a knack for that. You're very patient, and you're very willing to let your subjects be part of your process, which helps them, I think, too. Right?
It definitely does. A more natural state makes for a better picture.
Yeah.
Or like a more comfortable state, I guess.
Yeah. So.
Yeah, cool. So you're saying I should go into professional photography?
Maybe if you're smarter.
Hey, listen, don't take any advice from me. All right? I'm fucking open, Michael. You think I'm doing this podcast because my career is going well? Like, no. I need an out.
I thought you just needed an audience.
Nah, I like doing this podcast.
For photography, do you like now that you've been on both sides, like you've taken pictures for people, and I'm assuming you've already got your like picture taken by other like professionals, right?
Uh-huh.
Is that how you got like inspired? You saw someone taking your picture, you're like, I wanted to do this. I like your camera. I like how it comes out. It's like an art form to you.
Yeah, I really enjoy art. I enjoy breaking it down, analyzing it, like anything that has to do with like any form of art. I love to both consume and then, try and figure out what it means and all that. But I think like seeing that is, appreciating it's very different from performing or being able to do art. And for me, I mean, I don't think I'm like naturally talented at many forms of art. And of course, no one except for, the exceptional are very like naturally talented, but I think photography specifically is a technical skill. Like a large portion of it is technicality.
Okay.
That like getting technically proficient and then having a certain eye and being able to like steer your vision towards it. that's, if you can really, hone those two things. And I saw, photography as something where I could hone it instead of just being naturally good at something right away. So it was like the closest thing I could grasp to creating art that I liked and wanted to, explore.
I think you have a good eye. I feel like anyone with like a bunch of money can buy the best camera and stuff, and they still want to get good pictures because you need the eye for it.
Yeah, you need eye, you need aptitude. And plus, I mean, you're talking about photography like it's on the fringe of art. What photography is more art than fucking talking about my pubes to people in bars.
No,
it's true.
I highly disagree. I think they're both arts, and I don't mean that photography is on the fringe of art if that's what it came off as. I really think I feel like there are just so many different forms of art, comedy especially being one of them more rhetorical and is a speaking art compared to photography, which is a visual art. And so they're just both very different, but still they provide a lot of insight into humanity and culture and all that. So they're both art. Yeah.
I classify art by this is how I classify art is if my dad would consider it art. You know what I mean? Like, he wouldn't consider comedy art, but if he saw your pictures, he'd be like, this is fucking something. Right?
Yeah.
Okay.
And if you listen to this podcast, he kicked me out of his house. Like, Dad, I said you were smart.
If you could go back in 5 years, Alexis, and talk to your younger self, would you tell her why our pictures are taking so long to be developed by you?
Oh man, Nick, I didn't know you were this funny.
Wow. That's kind of fucked up.
Nick's been hanging out with Ovic.
Just a chip off the Ovic, yeah.
So, right. Another thing that we want to talk about was you guys have a particular set of allergies, right?
Yeah, I'm lactose intolerant. I don't know if that's an allergy, but like I don't do milk.
You're lactose intolerant?
Yeah.
Alexis, you have any specific allergy?
They told me I was allergic to penicillin.
Penicillin?
Yeah, penicillin.
Oh, wow, okay.
Universal vaccine, whoa.
Right? So I've never tried it. I don't know when they found out. Apparently it was when I was a child or like an infant. So
damn.
Yeah, I've never tried it since.
Wow. Yeah, well.
So you're an actual anti-vaxxer. That's crazy.
I mean, the vaccine's different from the antibiotic, but yes, I guess huh. I never thought about it like that. No, I'm just, it's just penicillin. But I mean, there are other options for antibiotics.
How did you find out you were allergic to penicillin? They just did a test on you?
Yeah, I don't know. My mom doesn't remember either.
Oh, yeah.
So maybe she just thought I was, and now I will forever never try it to ever find out.
Better safe than sorry.
Yeah.
I
just got regular ass allergies.
Oh, like pollen and stuff?
Pollen, wind. Yeah, I get sinus infections a lot.
Oh, okay.
I mean, I got like a nasally voice just from regular allergies. I sound like a fucking cokehead. But I don't do coke. It's just, it's like the opposite. Like, coke is cool. I got allergies because I got the sniffles.
I think allergies are so fucked because it's like, you know how there's a Darwinism and, evolution process?
Yeah.
So if someone has severe enough allergies back in the day, they would just fucking die off.
Yeah.
And their children wouldn't have allergies. Their like bloodline would end right there.
Mm-hmm.
But now kids are just surviving, and they survive through epinephrine shots and all that stuff. Well, what do you think is the cutoff allergy that we should have kept Darwinism, around for?
Well, Louis C.K. has that bit, and I know you love Louis C.K.
Oh no, fuck off! I've never watched it. I didn't know. I'm not a hack, I swear.
He has a bit about how kids with nut allergies, like maybe they're supposed to die.
Would it be nuts then?
That's a pretty particular one. It's not a problem that they're allergic to nuts. It's that the reaction is so severe.
Yeah, so people with severe reactions, like they should have, that's a cutoff point.
Yeah.
Maybe don't have children there.
Yeah, and like it's such a hassle, like to have a nut allergy or deal with kids with nut allergies because you got to make sure nothing's made with nuts. It can't be processed in a factory.
You can't have
where
peanut
nuts
butter
are around.
in school.
You can't have peanut butter around on your skin. You can't do shit, right?
So you're saying people are better off if people who had nut allergies weren't, around.
No, not
because
just
then we could enjoy nuts.
Like the reaction to the allergy, like if
it's just a bizarre it's bizarre how severe it is.
Yeah. So if you react severely enough to need like an epinephrine shot,
Yeah.
but if you got the epinephrine shot and you're okay, then like you're fine. Live with our
Okay, so
society.
it's by severity.
But if we need to call an ambulance and it like it's a bummer on our day, maybe we don't call that ambulance.
Yeah, man. If I died because a peanut closed my throat, I'd be like, can you just tell people the cops did it? Embarrassing.
I like that stance. I like it.
Yeah, man. So you're lactose intolerant.
Yes, sir. I can't do any kind of dairy. It just upsets my stomach. Can't process it.
But it's a completely different type of allergy because if you drink milk, it won't kill you.
No, I just can't process it. I don't have that protein,
Yeah.
Will your
break it
kids
down.
be genetic? So your kids will be genetically predisposed to having.
I hope they are. I
lactose
think it's super
intolerance.
weird to drink milk from another animal. That's kind of,
Oh
I
yeah,
feel
your
like
kids are gonna be
kids
bottle
should
fed.
kids should just be breastfed until they die.
Yeah. So how do you counterbalance that? You just
I just take.
you're just gonna have a
Lactaid,
baby with
like-
some fucking milky bitch.
Oh yeah, dude, she has to lactate 24/7.
You're just constantly be guzzling milk.
Yeah, safe enough for my children.
The word guzzling has been ruined by porn. Like guzzling, like it used to like pertain to what, filling up gas, but now it's
gas
just
guzzler,
dirty. Now it just sounds like a dirty word. Like if I said guzzling at work, everybody would be like, that's a trip to HR.
This man just harassed me with that word.
Wait,
Guzzling.
So that's the
Guzzle.
thing in porn. Like they use the word guzzle a lot.
Like now in my brain, because it's so polluted, I associate guzzling with cum.
So she's guzzling his cum. That kind of like, is that the
So do
context
you?
that you
Is
thought
that
of?
like?
That's that in my head. Yeah.
Okay.
Is this because it's narrated porn, or how did the word guzzling
Yeah, he's
come
deaf.
up?
He has
Yeah, I
to put the
read with-
subtitles on.
I
Whenever he
put on
watches.
subtitles. I put on the closed captioning, and no, it's like in the titles.
Oh, okay.
That's how it's their clickbait. Like,
All right,
this bitch is a cum
Alexis
guzzler.
turned this around on me. Now I'm the dumbest again. Guzzling dumb.
Oh no. Anyways, we were talking about
But a lot of Asian people
Guzzling.
are lactose intolerant, right?
Yeah,
Like
and I
whatever
think-
enzyme that breaks down like lactose.
It's not an Asian people.
It's a lot of Asian people
Yeah.
lack it, right? Or no pun
but
intended.
it's because people are actually originally lactose intolerant.
Oh, so we're the original people.
Yeah.
I fucking knew it.
Yeah, because people really didn't start consuming milk, and also in Asia, milk, like cow milk, wasn't a very popular thing.
There were no
Yeah.
cows in like those Asian parts of the world, those regions.
Was
right?
was soy milk? Did soy milk exist before cow milk?
I don't
Oh,
know.
what a good
That's
question.
a good,
That would
yeah.
make sense, right?
Very, yeah.
Yeah.
Because
What
like
came
that was
first,
always
the soybean
you
or the
know.
cow?
You know what's funny is like if Asians are allergic to like milk and alcohol. It's like in the Vietnam War, why did they spray napalm all over us? It's like they could have just dumped like a bunch of that milk from World War II, that surplus of dairy. They could have just dumped all that on us. It would have had the same effect. You still
Oh
would have
my
gotten that
God.
picture of that burning girl.
Oh my God.
Except it's just milk instead of Agent Orange or whatever.
Millions of hours of development in the Agent Orange. They had Agent White all this time.
The Borden bomb. They could
The
hit
Borden
bomb. What's more American than milk? Jesus Christ.
D-Day, Dairy Day.
Yeah, man. Well, anyways, yeah, you know what? I feel like this was a good episode. We got a guest on here, which was nice. I feel
Yeah.
like I don't know. I feel like we made you feel pretty comfortable.
Yeah, for sure.
How'd you like it?
It was very fun. Are y'all gonna invite
We-
more cousins on here?
Yeah, definitely.
Sure.
That's
Yeah,
cool.
yeah,
That's cool.
Are
yeah.
you lying to her? Are you lying to her because you're really good at that?
Yeah, I felt like I could trick her.
Oh yeah, we'll try and get more cousins.
I hope
on.
you were comfortable. I hope you were guzzling comfortable.
Oh no.
To even fit that into the sentence was hard.
You found a way.
I've been sitting on it. Anyways, hey, that's the episode. This was a good one. Thank you guys for listening.
Thank you so
Yeah,
much.
thanks for having me.
Train camp.
Tran Camp.
Tran Camp.